have certain questions, burning questions in our mind, that why still we do not accept the modern gadgets, such as CCTV camera footage, as a part of witness, as a part of major witness, while in the leading countries like Europe and America, we are accepting them as a truth. But why we still are not following those things as a truth? Even somebody is snatched at ATM and camera records his face and everything, but still the court says that some human being come to the court and prove that he saw that somebody was doing something wrong. So why the modern gadgets are not used as part of the witness? The questions that come to mind, that everybody knows that our justice system is rated very low in the world, probably at 138. So what is the reason? Then cases run for years and years. Even somebody submits a case, and he or might is lucky to get the justice when he becomes the grandfather. This is the fact. Then we also see that the judges go to the summer holidays despite hundreds and thousands of cases are pending. Whenever any culprit comes to the court and says he cannot come because he was not prepared, his lawyer was not prepared, or he was ill, or he was having some problem, or corona, or whatever, then judges allow them and they give the new dates after a month or 2 months. So this is the obvious case of delay. So what is the reason? What is the reason? I've asked 5-6 questions. I hope that honorable panel will be able to answer these questions, at least to the person like me or Dr. Riyaz. They are not related to the law, but at least the common you may have the answer of this question. So I once again welcome you, and I hope that students will participate very actively. If you can get on every good answer, then I definitely appreciate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Smarty, for setting the tone of the event for your values and advice. Assalamu alaikum everyone, and a very good afternoon. Warm welcome to the Honorable Respected Vice President, Academic Respected Teachers. Yes, thank you very much for being here with us. It's a pleasure to have you here. All ladies and gentlemen, the Zabis School of Law is honored to have a gracious and esteemed presence of our respected panelists who have been a legacy in their respected professions and most importantly, our very own legal fraternity. I am delighted to introduce today's first panel speaker, Dr. Raana Khan, Advocate, Supreme Court of Pakistan for female PhD law. Dr. Raana Khan is an advocate of Supreme Court of Pakistan with having academic qualifications in MSc, MA Mass Communications, PhD Law. She was the first lady advocate who was awarded PhD Law in Forensic Science. The topic of her research was on importance of forensic investigation in murder cases caused by firearms injuries with modern concept. We are also honored to have with us Mr. Zia Awan, a renowned name in the NGO sector when it comes to the legal profession with respect to the criminal justice system. Mr. Zia Awan, advocate of Supreme Court of Pakistan and human rights activist, key figure in NGO management related to law and known for international projects and collaborations with foreign institutions. Mr. Awan is one of the most dedicated activists who received the International Award for Young Outstanding Person of the World 1994 in Japan honorary post. I am also very excited to share that we have also invited one of the most major stakeholders of the criminal justice system, someone from a department that has always been under the spotlight of scrutiny by the civil society. We are also honored to have SSP City Syed Asad Raza, Superintendent of Police District South Karachi. Syed Asad Raza is an officer of Police Service of Pakistan and currently serving As Senior Superintendent of Police District South Karachi, he has vast experience of policing in Karachi, Hyderabad, Sakkar, and parts of Balochistan and tribal areas. He is a Fulbright scholar and did his master's in public administration from Syracuse University, USA. His areas of interest are criminal justice reform, alternate dispute resolution, and counterterrorism. This panelist session is going to be mentored by our very own Mr. Raana serving as civil judge and magistrate since 2018, as well as faculty at Zabis Law, having a diverse research in the legislative system, also holding MPhil in Law and Human Rights in the Department of Social Sciences from Zabis. He is also pursuing his PhD in comparative counterterrorism law, hoping to be finished in the next year. Thank you everyone once again for coming here and for being here. I would like to now invite Mr. Raana to proceed with the panel session.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, in the name of Allah, the most merciful and the most gracious. Yes, indeed, it has been a great privilege and honor to be part of the student fraternity once and now part of the teaching fraternity now. All thanks to Dr. Mubarak Sahab, and let me pay my utmost respects and reverence to Dr. Syed sir, Dean Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. I'm so delighted to have him today for the reason, number one, when I first came to Zabis, I met him. He motivated me to take admission over here. And then in 2018, I requested him to give me a shot to teach. And ever since, I have realized that दिन में जल्दी करेंगे और शाम में हम पढ़ाएंगे. So thank you so much, sir, for everything. And now, ladies and gentlemen, since we all know that police, most importantly, and most of the times it comes late. So even today, the police will be late. But rest assured, Pakistani police will come and serve. I assure you that. And the police is just on its way. So moving on, and in order not to make this interaction very conventional, so I will be requesting the panelists with the questions, and we will be having an interaction, a very informal and a very interactive session for today. So, sir, with your permission, shall we begin? मैडम, सबसे पहले मैं आपसे, भाई आप बैठे बैठे आप हमसे इतना करेंगे ऐसी वजह हम बिल्कुल एक इनफॉर्मल डिस्कशन करेंगे. Yes, madam. Madam, first of all, we'll be starting off since madam has already authored a book on forensic sciences, and criminal justice system has been dealing with the forensic sciences, and most of the accused persons, confirmed accused persons, have found acquittal in the murder cases only because there is a lacuna in the forensics. Madam, why are we so failing behind with respect to forensics in Pakistani criminal justice system?
Assalamu alaikum, respected panel and august guest and dear student. मैं आपने मुझसे पूछा कि फॉरेंसिक साइंस जो है, फॉरेंसिक इन्वेस्टिगेशन बेस जो है, बेसिकली हमारे यहाँ प्रॉपर इन्वेस्टिगेशन होती नहीं है. दो तरह की आपने जो सवाल पूछा ना कि हमारे अब तो सवाल रिपीट करें.
My question was that most of the acquittal जो है, जो कन्विक्शन के केसेस होते हैं, वो भी acquittal में चले जाते हैं क्योंकि हमारी जो एविडेंस है वो बहुत वीक होती है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू फॉरेंसिक एस्पेक्ट. चाहे वो मर्डर हो, चाहे वो रेप हो, चाहे वो कोई भी केस हो. ऐसा क्यों होता है?
हमारी जो पूरी इन्वेस्टिगेशन है वो बेस करती है फॉरेंसिक एक्सपर्ट्स पर, उनकी ओपिनियन के ऊपर, और उसके बाद उसको रिलेट करते हैं हम एविडेंस से. होता यह है कि जो हमारे फॉरेंसिक एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, जैसे हमारे हैं फिंगरप्रिंट एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, हमारे फोटोग्राफिक एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, इसी तरह से हमारे जो हैं आपके मेडिको लीगल एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, फिजिकल एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, ये सारे के सारे फॉरेंसिक एक्सपर्ट्स होते हैं. ये फॉरेंसिक एक्सपर्ट जब इनसे लीगल ओपिनियन मांगी जाती है तो बाज़ औक़ात इनएडवर्टेंटली या पुलिस वाला नहीं कोई चीज़ बताई, और एडवर्टेंटली चाहते हुए और ना चाहते हुए उसके अंदर लेक्यूना क्रिएट कर दिए जाते हैं या लेक्यूना पैदा हो जाते हैं, जिसकी बेस के ऊपर बेनिफिट ऑफ डाउट क्रिएट हो जाता है. और बेनिफिट ऑफ डाउट का एक प्रिंसिपल है कि ऑलवेज गोज इन फेवर ऑफ द एक्यूज्ड. तो सबसे पहली बात तो जो बहुत अहम बात है वो ये है कि फॉरेंसिक नॉलेज जो है, फॉरेंसिक बेस्ड इन्वेस्टिगेशन नहीं होती, और फॉरेंसिक बेस्ड इन्वेस्टिगेशन के लिए आपके पास पूरे पाकिस्तान में प्रॉपर लैब्स नहीं है. सिर्फ 2 लैब हैं आपके पूरे सिंध के अंदर. ये इंतहाई अफसोसनाक सूरत हाल है. और आपकी जो फॉरेंसिक एक्सपर्ट्स जो हैं वो बेसिकली एक्सपर्ट ही नहीं है, वो सारे के सारे टेक्नीशियन हैं जो एक्सपर्ट ओपिनियन देते हैं। उन टेक्नीशियन की जो एक्सपर्ट ओपिनियन है वो आप होल्ड करके उनको अपने जजमेंट में लाते हैं, और बाज़-औक़ात वो सही होती हैं और बाज़-औक़ात वो सही नहीं होती। क्योंकि मैंने तो इस टॉपिक पे पीएचडी किया है, मैं खुद पर्सनली लैब टू लैब गई हूँ, बल्कि यहाँ नहीं, मैं लंदन गई हूँ, मैं चाइना गई हूँ और टर्की गई हूँ। मुख्तलिफ लैब, फॉरेंसिक लैब का मैंने बाकायदा क्या कहना चाहिए उनका जो है मैंने विजिट किया है। मैं आपको हकीकत बताऊँ कि हमारी जो फॉरेंसिक लैब है वो केमिकल एनालिस्ट की लैब हो या दूसरी लैब्स हो, प्रॉपरली मेंटेन भी नहीं है। और अगर कुछ डोनेशन उनको दे दिया गया है मुख्तलिफ मशीनरीज की सूरत के अंदर, कि उनको मशीनरीज दे दी जाए, तो मशीनरीज आ तो गई, उनके लिए उन्होंने जो है टेक्निकलिटीज़ के हवाले से उनकी एक्सपर्टीज़ को नहीं देखा। वो लाखों रुपए की जो क्या कहना चाहिए मशीनरीज हैं वो आज भी केमिकल एनालिस्ट के बाहर जो है खुले आसमान के नीचे पड़ी हैं, जस्ट बिकॉज कि उसको टेक्निकल उसकी नहीं देख सके और वो ख़राब हो गई, और ख़राब होने के बाद वो आज तक ठीक नहीं हो सकी। तो ये जो वर्टिब्रल कॉलम है ना इन्वेस्टिगेशन का, वो बेसिकली बेस करता है फॉरेंसिक इन्वेस्टिगेशन के ऊपर। देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ इन्वेस्टिगेशन, सिंपल इन्वेस्टिगेशन और फॉरेंसिक बेस्ड इन्वेस्टिगेशन। फॉरेंसिक बेस्ड इन्वेस्टिगेशन बेसिकली साइंटिफिक इन्वेस्टिगेशन होती है। साइंटिफिक इन्वेस्टिगेशन की इतनी इंपॉर्टेंस है कि किसी भी एक एक्यूज का अगर आपका ये हेयर का एक छोटा सा पीस अगर किसी प्लेस के ऊपर मिल जाए, किसी इंसिडेंट पे मिल जाए, तो इसके डीएनए की मदद से आपको बाकायदा चेस किया जा सकता है कि आप वहाँ उस वक्त मौजूद थे। इतनी इंपॉर्टेंट इन्वेस्टिगेशन है फॉरेंसिक इन्वेस्टिगेशन। अगर कोई शख्स ये कह दे कि ये डॉक्यूमेंट है, अच्छा फॉरेंसिक इन्वेस्टिगेशन, ये फॉरेंसिक साइंस जो है वो ये नहीं है कि सिर्फ क्रिमिनल जस्टिस सिस्टम में काम करती है, नो, इट इज आल्सो वर्क विद इन दी सिविल लिटिगेशन। एक डॉक्यूमेंट आता है और वो इसमें कहा जाता है कि ये डॉक्यूमेंट जो है मेरी दादा ने या मेरे वालिद ने फला ईयर के अंदर ये डॉक्यूमेंट जो है ये जो है मुझे मेरे हवाले मुझे सारे डॉक्यूमेंट के अंदर बता दें कि सारी प्रॉपर्टी मेरी है। अब आपको पता है कि वो एक डॉक्यूमेंट जो है उसका पेपर, उसकी इंक, उसका प्रेशर पॉइंट आपको ये बता देंगे कि ये डॉक्यूमेंट कितना पुराना है। उसकी क्रोमेटोग्राफी बताइए कि ये इंक कितने साल पुरानी है जो उसको यूज हुई भी है। उसके बाद कुछ प्रेशर पॉइंट्स होंगे वो आपको बता देंगे कि वाकई वही है, वही साइन है जो कि उससे लिए गए हैं, या ये जो है इसको इम्पोज करके इसको जो है चीटिंग एंड फ्रॉड से इसमें फिक्स किया गया है। तो फॉरेंसिक साइंस एक बहुत बड़ा जो है एक आप समझे चैप्टर है इन्वेस्टिगेशन के अंदर। अगर हमारे पाकिस्तान के अंदर फॉरेंसिक साइंस के हवाले से मुख्तलिफ लैब्स, मुख्तलिफ ट्रेनिंग प्रोसिक्यूटर्स को, जजेस को दी जाएँ और इसका जो है एवोल्यूशन हो मुख्तलिफ, जैसे मैंने जो है मुख्तलिफ यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में पढ़ाया, तो मैंने फॉरेंसिक साइंस को जो है वहाँ पे एक सब्जेक्ट के तौर पे रखा। मैंने करिकुलम डिज़ाइन किया BLLB के लिए, LLM के लिए एंड PhD के लिए। उन करिकुलम्स के ऊपर मैंने बाकायदा कोर्स करवाया और उनमें से कुछ स्टूडेंट जो है वो उसमें LLM है आज, कुछ स्टूडेंट्स में PhD हैं, कुछ उसमें LLB कर रहे हैं। तो बात सारी ये है कि यहाँ पर जैसे अभी राना सफीला साहब ने बताया कि क्या वजूहात हैं। वजूहात बेसिकली ये है कि एक तो हमारे पास प्रॉपर सिस्टम नहीं है, दूसरा ये कि हमारे पास नॉलेज नहीं है बेसिक फॉरेंसिक साइंस की। अगर फॉरेंसिक साइंस बेस्ड हो तो आप यकीन करें पूरी की पूरी जुडिशरी, पूरी की पूरी प्रोसिक्यूशन, पूरी की पूरी पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट अगर आपके अच्छी तरह से इन तमाम चीज़ों को समझ जाए तो जब जज एक जजमेंट लिखेगा तो वो अवॉइड नहीं करेगा एक्सपर्ट ओपिनियन को इनटेक करते हुए अपनी जजमेंट के अंदर। होता क्या है, चूंकि फॉरेंसिक एक बाकायदा पर्टिकुलर लैंग्वेज होती है जो कि उन रिपोर्टिंग में इस्तेमाल की जाती है, वो लैंग्वेज बाज़-औक़ात इतनी फेमिलियर नहीं होती जजेस के लिए, प्रोसिक्यूटर्स के लिए, पुलिसमैन के लिए। तो वो क्या करते हैं, वो उसको कहते हैं हाँ ये उसको आखिरी वर्ड देखते हैं, कंक्लूजन पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव। बाज़-औक़ात उस पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव के जो ऊपर के स्टेटा होते हैं उसके अंदर भी इनएडवर्टेंटली जो है या एडवर्टेंटली जो है लेक्यूना छोड़ दिए जाते हैं। फिर वो लेक्यूना जो है आपको पता है उस लेक्यूना से क्या होता है, वो लेक्यूना अपील का बाइस बनते हैं। ओवर बर्डन होती है जुडिशरी, उन लेक्यूना की बेस के ऊपर अपीलें फाइल होती हैं, अपीलों के बाद फिर फर्दर अपील होती है सुप्रीम कोर्ट में। तो यही वजह है कि हमारा सिस्टम जो है नाकाम है, क्योंकि बेसिक नॉलेज नहीं है कि किस तरह से जो है लीगल सिस्टम को आगे किया जाए। फेयरनेस से, ट्रांसपेरेंसी से और लेकिन फ्री जो है इन्वेस्टिगेशन जो है की जाए।
Right. Thank you, madam. Sir, 2019, the then Chief Justice of Pakistan, my Lord Honorable Mr. Justice Asad Khan Khota, has authored a judgment. In that particular judgment, Chief Justice Pakistan has declared that in order to ascertain which act should be treated as an act of terrorism, it should have three elements: either religious motive, sectarian motive, or political motive. Other than that, that particular offense or certain offense shall not be treated as an act of terrorism. Right? So after that, what happened is, I am trying to take this discussion to the case which had a serious public importance. Recently, case of Justiuce. He was kept behind the bars for so long, and after that, it was found and concluded that this case was not a case of terrorism. And then another one more important thing: civil society does not have a locus standi. अब मैं थोड़ा सा आपको locus standi का बता दूं कि सिविल सोसाइटी के बारे में वो कहते हैं कि अगर डिसीज के पेरेंट्स ने एज पर दियत एंड किसास मनी ब्लड मनी लेके उसको माफ कर दिया, तो सेक्शन 302 ऑफ द पाकिस्तान पीनल कोड, बाय द वर्च्यू ऑफ बीइंग अ कंपाउंडेबल ऑफेंस, आप उस मुल्जिम को जेल में नहीं रख सकते या उस मुल्जिम को सजा आप नहीं देंगे। लेकिन सिविल सोसाइटी ने जब हाईकोर्ट में पिटीशन फाइल की तो उसमें ये था कि नहीं, नाउ दिस हैज बिकम एन एक्ट ऑफ serious threat to a civil society and to the society at large. But then, recently, Supreme Court की judgment हमारे सामने आ गई. Sir, we would like to take your input from the civil society perspective कि कौन से cases को फिर हम terrorism भी बोलेंगे और किन cases को terrorism में नहीं बोलेंगे और किसी को 10 साल जेल में रखने के बाद हम क्या करेंगे?
Well, sir, thank you very much inviting me here and to hear the question which Mr. McCarthy has raised was also very important. I think you have done your homework before coming here, and thank you for that also. I think Dr. Raana is, mashallah, very competent to talk about the issue of forensic. But what I see, what Dr. McCarthy has raised the questions, I will say that Pakistan criminal justice system is totally failed to respond the needs of the people. This is the simple answer, because we have not worked on that. We are not having only one criminal justice system. We are having several parallel systems. We have tribal courts, tribal laws are running that, they have jails. There are several other like religious leadership, they are doing political leadership. There was a time when everything was going to the units to decide everything. Sector was deciding everything. So what was that? That was all the justice system which we see. So I'm very disappointed with this justice system, and that's why our society is not very civilized. Because I know that in the world, when you see that there are times when even the civilized countries, if there something happened, once it happened in the Los Angeles, that there was the shutdown, there was no light, blackout, and people starting looting. So because they wanted to take advantage of that, and we have seen recently the cop murdered one black guy. And then what happened, that the people were entering into all the stores and what they were doing. So I think these things happen, but you need to have a rule of law. You need to have a law in practice. So in Pakistan, I hardly see the cases which are coming to the court are peanuts. Once it was like in 1991, US government invited me to see their criminal justice system. So I was visiting Chicago. So I asked my host, I said that how many lawyers are there? So they said 30,000 lawyers. And what is the population? 60 lakhs. And at that time, Karachi was having 8,000 lawyers and we were having 1.5 crore of population. So it means what? It means people don't believe on justice system. They go and settle everything in, sometime in the mosque, sometime in the associations, sometime in the sectors, sometime in other ways like tribal laws, or maybe there are several other criminal ways where they are deciding the matter. So it is not reaching out. It is not reaching out to the courts. So frankly speaking, I always say, even on television,
Ladies and
That's it,
gentlemen,
sir.
we are recently joined by City.
Fine.
देखिए, मेरा तो ख्याल ये है कि पाकिस्तान में जो हालात हैं इस वक्त, जो चीजें हैं पाकिस्तान में, जो हमारा क्रिमिनल जस्टिस सिस्टम है, उसको सर्जरी की जरूरत है। वो किसी इंजेक्शन से ठीक नहीं होगा, छोटी मोटी मेडिसिन से ठीक नहीं होगा। व्हेन यू ब्रिंग इवन फोरेंसिक यू डॉक्टर राना ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू दैट कि हमारे यहाँ 2 लैब्स हैं। हमारी जितनी भी रेप केसेस होते हैं या जो भी चीजें हैं वो जाती हैं लाहौर और इस्लामाबाद, और जब वो वहां जाती हैं तो वो 3 महीने के बाद वापस आती हैं। हमारा लॉ ये कहता है कि किसी अगर एक्यूज को अरेस्ट करें तो 15 डेज के अंदर उसका चालान आपको सबमिट करना है। If today the case is coming to Asad Saab and he is investigating, he is bound to submit challan within 14 days or 15 days, and then after 2.5 months the rape case forensic will come back and say that ये तो इसका मैच ही नहीं करता. So the person will remain in the prison for 3 months and face all kind of what happened in the police station. So who is going to answer that? And these are several questions. So I'm saying that the criminal justice system, you can't even do justice if you say सिर्फ इतनी सी चीज कर लो, मैजिस्ट्रेट की ट्रेनिंग कर लो. पाकिस्तान में जो सबसे बड़ी जो प्रॉब्लम है वो ये है कि कैपेसिटी नहीं है. कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग पे हम पैसे लगाने के लिए तैयार नहीं, और अगर आप पैसे लगा भी दें तो कोई सीखने के लिए तैयार नहीं है, ना सिखाने के लिए तैयार है. आप पुलिस के सिस्टम में चले जाएं. मैं जाता रहता हूं इनके एकेडमीज में, जाके लेक्चर्स भी देता हूं, ट्रेनिंग मैंने बहुत कराई है, जजेस की ट्रेनिंग कराता हूं, प्रोसिक्यूटर की ट्रेनिंग कराता हूं. तो जो मैंने जाके वहां हाल देखा है वो लगता ही नहीं है कि आप लोगों की, और जितनी तादाद में लोग हैं, आपको इन्वेस्टमेंट की जरूरत होती है ना. जैसे पाकिस्तान में कंप्यूटर आए हुए कितने साल हो गए, अभी तक उसको टाइपराइटर के तौर पे हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं. तो I think the capacity issue is a very big problem for judges, lawyers and prosecutors. I will give you one example, then I'll come to your question. One example, in 2019, I did a project with UN Women. So that was a project where I was supposed to train judges, lawyers and prosecutors in 5 cities: Karachi, Quetta, Rawalpindi, Dadu and Khairpur. So I did like 25 trainings in which I had trained almost 1020 judges, lawyers, prosecutors and the government protection officers who are dealing with women and children cases. You know, the result, you will hear that I was teaching 25 laws in 2 days. I was the sole trainer for 2 days. And what happened that scientifically we got all the evaluation and everything. And when we came to know later that 95% judges, lawyers, prosecutors and the protection officer, they did not know about the special laws which are meant to protect women and children. I'm talking about that their own writing, they are saying that I have not seen this law.
True, very true.
So if this is the situation, so where we stand? Where is the criminal justice system? Asad Saab is here, and I wanted that he should be here when I will respond to that thing, that in police station there is only one book available. There's a Major Act. That's true, sir? Major Act. Major Act is having a Pakistan Penal Code and Criminal Procedure Code. There are hundreds of laws, special laws, or for women, children and otherwise also, which are not available in any police station. So when that is not there, so then how can you feel that the police wala, which is sitting here, the investigation officer or the the person who is cutting the FIR, he should use that law which you have developed for protection of women and children or other people. So they can lodge FIR under that law. So it's a very catch situation where you feel that the laws are made to satisfy the international community, the UN, and always when I go to UN meetings, I see that there are big reports which are being submitted by Pakistani officials and say that we have this law, that law, but if you talk to them about the implementation, there is none. I'll give you one case, one law which is pre-partition law. In 1939, that was called the Bombay Children Act. 1939, Bombay Children Act 1939. Then 47 Pakistan was made, and then they thought that we should adopt that law. So in 1955, the Sindh government, in 1955, Sindh government adopted a law which is called Sindh Children Act 1955, and it is the same law which they have copied. Fantastic law, I must say. The only problem was that the age, they were saying 60, and we said under the CRC, Convention on Rights of the Child, 80 years, which can be changed within a minute. And what happened, that I came to know that there is not a single FIR registered under that law, and all sections of that law is cognizable. It is not non-cog. It is cognizable offence which is dealing with protection of law, but police wala don't know, judge don't know. So if judge don't know, lawyer don't know, police wala don't know, so who is going to implement those laws? So there are several other laws. Now, when you go as a domestic violence case, you go to a lawyer. So lawyer will say, we will file a maintenance case, divorce case, and they will say we will file for your dowry articles. But they don't know that there is a law which is introduced in 2013. You don't have to go anywhere. You go to magistrate only. Even don't go to the police. If you are a domestic violence victim, so you go to magistrate. He will deal with all. Only he cannot grant you a divorce or khula, but other things, maintenance or harassment or cyber harassment or police instructions, whatever, the magistrate is responsible. But lawyers don't want to learn, and they don't have time to read. Actually, there is no capacity building program. When I was contesting the election, my first, you see, like I raised my point that I will develop Pakistan's first lawyers academy, which is not there. There are judicial academy which I also go, but if we develop a lawyers academy, when you pass out from here, so you are doing your coursework. But you pass out, so there should be a practical knowledge given to the lawyer, and their capacity must be developed. The prosecutors must be, their capacity must be developed. So my friend Syed has said that Khoso Sahab has passed the judgments. So judgment can be changed. If there are, now that is a final, no, Supreme Court is a final court. And he is right that unless the other bench come and give different view, so that will prevail. So I think he is right that previously it was meant that if some case is creating horror in the society, or having the society disturbed about that case, so that case may be put as a terrorism case, because you are terrorizing the society. It is not just terrorists who is killing people and then you put them in jail, but it was the definition was given that. Now that has been changed, and it is going to create another space for the criminals that they can use this window. But apart from that, even if Khoso Sahab has given this judgment, we have a criminal justice system there. It is not that the person is going to be caught free. But what the other normal courts are doing? Why these special courts? The normal courts must be having that capacity to deal with the cases, and they have, when this was changed, people must do some research that before Qisas and Diyat ordinance brought into the criminal justice system, Pakistan Penal Code, so we were having a British system with us. Then President Ghulam Isa Khan has brought these changes in the Qisas and Diyat ordinance. He brought into, and then some sections become cognizable. Previously it was not cognizable, so it was not compoundable, sorry. So when it became compoundable, so people started pressurizing the complainants to compromise. They were giving money sometimes, there were threats, and they were clearing themselves. So actually there is no monitoring system, not in the police, that how police is investigating, and they have to do everything. The police, I really want that police should be decentralized. If we are not decentralizing the police, the investigation department should be very separate, and you need to have all systems with them, which is not there. Because it is like if tomorrow some chief minister thinks, no, we need to have a commissioner system. So then start the commissioner system and start working, and the previous system is gone. So it is not decided by police or the magistrates or the judges. It is the higher ups which are going to decide. So it is a like कहते हैं आधा तीतर आधा बटेर। वही हमारे मुल्क में है कि हमारे मुल्क में कोई सीधा सिस्टम है ही नहीं। हमारे यहाँ कितने पैरेलल सिस्टम चल रहे हैं कि इस्लामिक सिस्टम भी मौजूद है, ब्रिटिश सिस्टम भी मौजूद है, कबायली निजाम भी मौजूद है, कबाइल जो ट्राइबल जस्टिस है वो भी मौजूद है, उनकी अपनी जेलें भी मौजूद हैं, फिर जो कच्चे के इलाके में डाकुओं का राज है वो अपना लॉ चलाते हैं। अब आज मैंने कल पढ़ रहा था मैं कि पंजाब की पुलिस ने कहा है कि हमें इतने अरब रुपए चाहिए इन डाकुओं को खत्म करने के लिए। पंजाब की पुलिस ने कितने 5 बिलियन उनको चाहिए। तो अभी तक जो हम दे रहे थे टैक्स में या सारी चीजें उनको, वो क्या कर रहे थे, क्यों डेवलप हो रहा था वो आप जो छोटा सा एक इशू होता है उसको जब आप बड़ा कर देते हैं तो फिर उसको ठीक करने का आपको सोच क्यों आती है। हमारा क्रिमिनल जस्टिस सिस्टम फेल हो गया। अगर आप ये समझते हैं कि किसी पैचवर्क से वो ठीक होगा, नो, यू नीड टू हैव अ रेवोल्यूशनरी एफर्ट्स टू डील विद दैट, एंड politicians are not going to deal with that. I'm telling you this because it is not in their favor and very bleak situation. I'm not going to disappoint you, but the young people can start doing something. You see, to at least the justice should be given to everyone, not the people who can buy or who can hire a very good lawyer, pay crores of rupees and then get out. There are hundreds of people who are languishing in prison and nobody bothered about that. Jail is part of the criminal justice